Hello everyone. Quick announcement before we get into the reading. I just wanted to let everyone know that I have started two things. One is my Patreon site where I will be uploading all of the extended portions of the videos, the in-depth look of the videos and readings. Sometimes when I do the clarifying cards and I put a bit of extra material, all of that is now going to be over on Patreon, as well as I've finally been able to start my tarot and oracle deck unboxing and review series. And I'm going to be starting to unbox various tarot decks, review them in depth with you, and each month these decks will be given away in a monthly member giveaway. So in order to be eligible for the giveaway, you just have to join my Patreon site, and the cost of being a patron over there, I just ask for $1 a month, and that's it. There's one tier, one amount to join, and it's just a way, just simply a way for me to be able to facilitate these reviews and to be able to give out these beautiful decks. The more people join, the more patrons I have, the more decks I will review each month, and the more decks I will give away. So, for those of you who want to see the unboxing, go straight to the link. I'll include the link here and in the description box, and you'll find out more information about the series and my Patreon site there. Or you can go directly to my Patreon site and see the extended unboxing and review video there. All right, guys, thank you so much. And without further ado, straight to the reading. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the weekly reading for July 28th through August 3rd for the sign of Capricorn. Alright guys, my lovely Capricorns, let's get right into it. The love reading will be up later on today or tomorrow as well for the month of August. So all of the love readings will be up before August 1st. I just want to get these weeklies up today, and we're going to get right into it. My regulars know we're going to pull out two, excuse me for the background noise, we're going to pull out two Romance Angel Oracle cards. And then we'll go from there. All right, Capricorn, first one out is Honeymoon. So you're taking some time off, perhaps, and you have expressed your love. All right, it's quite beautiful. But again, you know how I roll. I'm not going to get into those cards until we pull out your spread, your 7 cards. So let's get that out. And for those of you who are new to my channel and new to my weekly readings, in the weeklies we take a look at whatever relationship is taking main stage this week for you. So it could be that this week you're dealing with family, or this week you're dealing with a particular friendship that needs healing, or this week you're dealing with your love relationship, right? It could be any kind of dynamic, but whatever the main dynamic is that you're dealing with this week, that's what we're going to try to look at today. All right? And so it seems to indicate that, of course, this may indeed be about a love relationship or a romantic connection. Show me what's up for our lovely Capricorns this July 28th through August 3rd. Show me. Earth's beautiful Earth sign goat. Alright, Capricorn, your first card out, your main card is going to be 4 of Pentacles. So money is an issue, right? Stability. Wanting to maintain stability with your finances, right? You have for yourself, you've got Knight of Swords, Capricorn, so you're feeling quite empowered, you're feeling very busy, you've got a lot of ideas coming in, you're really communicating a lot, right? You're being called upon to do a lot of communicating and expressing of your ideas. Your card for your person is 3 of Wands. So this is how you see your person. And then the relationship itself, you see that as an Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Now, we have here, your person is identifying with the Devil card. 15, Major Arcana. That is you, by the way, showing up in your own reading. 2 of Wands is how they see you. Wow, that's quite interesting as well. And as a relationship, interesting, they also have a pentacle, but they see the relationship as a Page of Pentacles. So just from the outside, it seems like you guys are pretty much on the same page. You may just be out of step with each other. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card, Leo energy coming in, 8 of the major arcana. So of course, we're talking about strength, right? In terms of having control over your pride and your jealousy, things like that, those types of baser emotions, right? Controlling those emotions, conquering those emotions. That's what Leo energy, the 8 card is all about, you know, putting in boundaries, restrictions on yourself, right? Disciplining yourself, learning how to discipline, learning how to have strength in discipline. And of course, so here we have 4 of Pentacles. Interestingly enough, this is, there's a desire to maintain financial stability here in this relationship, right? Something's going on where you feel as though like your finances are being either threatened or are in jeopardy. This could be at work, or this could be between 2 people who are involved with each other. We won't know until we get right into the cards, but certainly, you know, money is, concern about money is looming large. So right now you are representing with or identifying with certainly Knight of Swords energy, Capricorn. So that just indicates that right now you're really being called upon for all your skills, and you're working very hard, but people are really coming to you, I feel like, to solve a lot of problems. You're being called upon to do a lot of the communication, a lot of the engaging. The Knight of Swords is kind of the one who stands up for the underdog, right? So some of you may be in that field, right? That may be what it is that you do for a living. You may work in charity, or you may work in a nonprofit sector. But right now you're very, very busy, right? You feel quite busy. You feel like you're on the move a lot. Your person is as well feeling quite creative. Interestingly enough, Devil energy is here, and I don't really see any other toxic energy here, any other energy that would indicate that this is something to do with dependency or addiction or things of that nature, which it can be when the energy of the devil is kind of I want to say constricted or contorted or in some way negative, or has turned in some kind of way, right? Or been twisted in some kind of way. Then we're dealing with addictions, right? We're dealing with being a slave to instant gratification. But I think here, your person is just extremely creative right now. You could be dealing with someone who... there may be a bit of sexual tension between you two. I feel like you guys aren't actually in a relationship. It's quite interesting. I want to say that this is somebody that you're actually working with. And yeah, they are highly creative, right? But they are also very sexually aware. I think they have a very like strong sexual presence as well. They have this like confidence, right? They may be an artist, right? They may be an artist. They may be quite eccentric. I think you're dealing with somebody who's quite eccentric. And so, yeah, I'm not sure that you're actually involved with them. It could be that you're falling in love with them. But certainly this may be somebody that you are working with, or that maybe you have a project with. This could turn into a love relationship. But right now, this is more like... you guys are like 2 ships, right? You're very busy here with this Knight of Swords energy, and they're over here with this incredible like fiery kind of creativity that's coming out of them. They may be, like I said, an artist in the middle of doing quite a large piece of work for someone, or being commissioned in some way. This is the card for you, Capricorn. And so it's quite interesting. They are certainly exuding an energy that draws you in, that's quite magnetic to you, because it is your energy, right? So they're very hardworking. This person is extremely hardworking. And again, I want to say they're very sexual. There's a sexual tension that's coming off of them that is as well like really pulling you in. You see them as a 3 of Wands. So you see them as a real like... I want to say that you see them as an innovator, as somebody who's looking firmly to the future at all times, right? 3 is the card for patience, though. 3 of Wands is the card for patience, taking a moment to survey the land and see what your next step is, right? So again, I think you also see this person as being very strategic, very cautious. I think you see this person as being very like-minded. I think you identify with them. I think you believe, you feel like they're part of your tribe. And like I say, this may not necessarily be a romantic relationship just yet, but it's more like, kindred spirits type of thing. Because 3 is also the number for bonding and loyalty and being with those who are of like mind as you. Even if they're not people that you grew up with, it's like the family that you make for yourself, right? Not necessarily, it's not always the family that you're born into, but the family that you make. And this person is quite an eccentric person, and I think that they've really got you. Right, they've really pulled you in. Now we have honeymoon and we have express your love, right? I think there may be some travel involved here with this individual. You guys may be traveling as part of a project or as part of work. They see you also as moving forward, having a lot of energy. They recognize this Knight of Swords energy that you're exhibiting right now, Capricorn, and your hard work. They see that you're extremely ambitious, right? And that you are also firmly looking to the future, but you're kind of still in action and emotion, whereas they are at the moment just taking a moment. They're taking like a breather to survey everything, to reevaluate where they're at, and then they'll start to move forward again. But they certainly see that you are also already on your path, and it's almost like you guys, like I said earlier, it's like you guys are really exhibiting very much the same type of sympathetic almost energies, but it's just like you're a little bit out of lockstep, right? Like your person is kind of right now, it's just hanging back for a minute to reevaluate, exhibiting a bit of patience to see what the next step is. And you're firmly moving ahead, but I feel like you guys are moving in the same direction and towards the same goal. It's quite interesting because you see the relationship as an opportunity to make a lot of money and to have a lot of abundance. And so this is why I think this is a very good working partnership. I want to say almost like a working artist partnership, or whatever it is you do in your career. There is a high level of creativity that's involved here with you guys, right? And it's like you found, you know what I mean? It's almost like Coen brothers, the brothers who are directors, or, 2 artists who work closely with each other, 2 writers, 2 comedians, 2 illustrators, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel very much like this is the case here with you. This is very much a kindred spirit thing. Now, express your love is coming up because I think for some of you Capricorns out there, you are starting to have romantic feelings toward this individual. Okay, and it's only natural because you're finding yourself so like, you're such kindred spirits and you understand each other so well that it makes perfect sense that for some of you out there, this is naturally developing into a romantic relationship or the desire to take it to that step, right? And for some of you, you're kind of in a honeymoon phase with this individual, which is to say that you have taken that next step and now you're kind of in this very early stages of it. Of just kind of enjoying each other. And there's also for some of you certainly some travel involved, right? Whether it is for work, for project, for art, or for love. It could be for love, like truly a honeymoon, but I don't feel it like that. Even though the honeymoon card has come out, it's about enjoying time together and holiday time together. But I think this is more a case of like, whatever it is you guys do, it's like, it's this, you have this beautiful ability, like, I want to say you're lucky, right? You have this really, really lucky life where what it is you do for money is something you really enjoy. It's a passion. Like, let's say if you're photographers, right? You love being photographers, you love that field, right? And you make your money in that field. And so you also are able to travel as a result of that field. You know what I mean? So it's like when you're traveling to do work, yes, it's work, but it's also still this lifestyle of just living and working at the same time and just loving what you do. You know, so that's like they say, if you love what you do, is it really work, right? Well, that's what I feel here. This is a very adventurous partnership. I feel like there's a lot of travel involved, a lot of creativity, and the possibility for a lot of money. Your person also sees this Page of Pentacles, and they see it more as like the beginning of a, you know, like the baby steps, right? You see the big picture, Capricorn, right? You see this Ace of Pentacles, boom. You see what this opportunity entails. Your person is a little bit more reserved, I want to say, when it comes to this side of things. They're like the artist, whereas you may be more like the money man or the money woman. They're more like the artist. And so they just see it as like little steps, baby steps. They're more happy about the artistic side of the project or what have you, whatever this endeavor is, right? But they're also able, they understand that it's going to require a lot of work. Page of Pentacles certainly talks about knowing the work that's involved when you're trying to accomplish something, understanding that it does take all these little steps, one after the other, very methodical, to get to where you need to be. The Page of Pentacles is also the one who's very practical in the sense that, you know, this character can come in and fix anything, right? They can put a Band-Aid on anything until later, and then later on fix it properly. They're very handy, very practical, you know, and so your person, although they are very artistic, they do have this very practical side, this very down-to-earth side, and they know what all of this entails. Now you say, so what's the upshot of the reading? Let's get your 3 cards up. I think the upshot here is to just take care, because we have strength here, and strength card, which is the Leo card, does indicate a need to control some of your stronger emotions, okay? For those of you where this relationship is turning romantic, try not to now get into your like jealousy or things like that. Try to take care that the energies don't change too much, because you have like a really good dynamic here. And it could be that for some of you, you may want to wait until you see, you know, what the next steps are in this partnership, because the dynamic right now as friends or as working partners is so good. And I just fear that not fear, but I feel like for some of you that if you go further or you try, you know, it's like natural for you to think that you're in love with this person, but I almost feel like if you go down that road, you'll realize that you guys really aren't meant to be together that way, and it may just kind of ruin everything for you guys to be together this way, which is the best way, because you guys are really just extremely good creative partners. Right? So I think you want to think about it before, you know, you feel like expressing your love, right? It says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. For some of you, Capricorn, certainly, yes, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Just take care that, you know, you aren't ruining something, right? So that your other person, you know, make the romantic gesture if you know that your other person is also feeling that way. Okay, but I think for some of you, you may make that romantic gesture and you're going to be a little bit surprised that it just doesn't work out, right? You ever have that with somebody? It's like you, on one level, it's so good and you just think that if you go further, it's just going to get better and better, but then you go further with it and it just gets awkward. And you just realize, oh, wow, you know, I thought this would get better, but in fact, this only just became really awkward and we should have just remained friends, right? I feel like this is all over this scenario, okay? And again, we're talking about stability, right? So if you want this project to really bring in the abundance that it could certainly bring in, and you want to maintain that stability, then you have to keep your eyes on the prize and certainly take care not to let this, like I said, turn into a romance, because here we have 4 of Pentacles as well. And 4 of Pentacles certainly indicates the need right now to maintain financial stability, right? And that means keeping things like, to a certain degree, business. If you're friends, keeping it friends, but certainly not romantic. Show me 3 cards for this so we can wrap it up for our lovely Capricorns. It's quite an interesting dynamic, you know. This could be, you know, and then you'd be forgiven for thinking that there should be more here, because this happens a lot of times. with partnerships. I want to say that, you know, if you're both heterosexual, you're probably a male and a female. If you're same sex, you know what I mean? There's certain dynamics about this relationship, including the fact that you get on so well together that you naturally are thinking, oh, well, we should naturally be really good lovers. But that isn't always the case. So, Ace of Swords, intellect cutting through, clarity. The sun is coming in, so there you go. There's your clarity. It may mean that you guys do need to get some clarity. And 5 of Wands, rivalry. So yeah, you need clarity on this situation to make sure that you guys know how you're moving forward, to, you know, so you know what the boundaries are. Leo is all about understanding boundaries, right? With people in relationships, so that nobody gets too upset or too hurt. And here we have intellect, clarity, and rivalry. So certainly there needs to be honesty here. There certainly needs to be some clarity in this situation in terms of the sun, in terms of getting all the cards on the table and let everybody knows where everybody is at, and agreeing what the nature of this relationship is going to be, so that you guys can all achieve what it is you're trying to achieve. 5 of Wands is rivalry. So for some of you, this could be, this may be talking about the dynamic that you're having with a person that's part of a bigger collective. Right, so some of you are part of this whole like relationship is part of a bigger collective with even more like politics going on and rivalry going on, right? So 5 of Wands. So I want to say that for some of you Capricorns, you want to take care to get this relationship like clear, hashed out, agreed, so you're all on the same page, because this other 5 of Wands could come in and it could jeopardize the future of your plans. You know what I mean? I want to say like you two, Capricorn, you and this person, your person here, need to be on the same page and agreed and, you know, understanding with each other in terms of how to move forward, because there's going to be people who come after you, who come after this partnership, who want what you have. There's going to be rivalry, and you guys will be a stronger unit as soon as you get it very clear what the nature of your relationship is going to be, because ultimately the prize here is this Ace of Pentacles. It's this project or this dream, this idea, this whatever the goal is that you two are working on, this incredibly creative goal. That is the prize, and that is what needs to be safeguarded. Okay? Now for some of you, you know, for some of you it may be that this is indeed a relationship, right? So some of you Capricorns, you can't help it because your other person is also wanting to come towards you, and that's fine too if that's the case. But again, there's still a concern about money. So if you do, for some of you who are coming together with this other person and you do want to take it to the next step, make sure that in so doing, you guys both still maintain a portion of your relationship that is business, right? That maintains the business, or maintains the business side of this work that you've endeavored to do together, right? So that you can make sure to protect it, so you can protect your stability, your financial stability, all right? I hope this resonated with you guys out there. If it did, please like and subscribe. I'm going to call it. Have those conversations. Certainly get that clarity this week with your person. But some of you are really on the cusp of a great working partnership and a lot of really wonderful things that you guys will produce. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys if this does resonate. And for right now, I'm just going to say have a wonderful, wonderful week, Capricorn. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.